Hey everyone, and welcome to another Yogi Misfit Session. My name is Danny Pomploon, and I'm your host. Today we have Crystal Higgins on the show, and she is marketing extraordinaire. She is yoga teacher, organizer, air, and she's also my right arm, air, because we're ending everything we say in air. Hi Crystal, how are you?
Hi, Danny. I'm doing good. How are you today?
Was that a good way to describe you?
Yeah, I love it. The air of everything. Awesome.
You pretty much just are.
I'm very happy to be. Thanks for having me on the show.
Good. I'm glad you're on the show. I'm doing really well, and for those people listening right now, like Crystal seriously is my right arm. I would get nothing done. Danny Pumploon would not be Danny Pumploon without the help of Crystal. I say that loud and proud every single time. She can easily take me down, guys.
Oh my gosh. Danny, it's such a pleasure. I love working with you.
Let's just continue. So today's topic, guys, is how much Crystal and Danny love each other. So sit back and relax and listen as we compliment each other for 30 minutes. Oh man. Crystal, welcome to the show. And you've heard the show before.
I have. I've listened to a few podcasts with Pete G and some other amazing badass yoga teachers and folks in the industry. So
it's pretty fun. I call it like a podcast when really I'm just shooting the shit with my friends.
Exactly. It's very entertaining.
It is. You got to keep it fresh, right?
Definitely.
All right. So here comes the question that everybody gets when they get on the show. Why yoga?
Yeah. Such a simple yet profound question. Not to get cheesy, but it's true. So for me, why yoga? I mean, yoga honestly has saved my life, not to put that lightly. I would say yoga is the reason why I am a better person. It's helped me get through the hardest things in my life.
Sure.
I went through a divorce. I've had serious health issues pretty young in my life. And just, like the everyday anxiety and fear that can take over one's life, I feel like yoga just helps us to sort through all this stuff and come back to our truest selves with more clarity. It really provides just a space to come home to yourself. And that home, sometimes it's messy. I like to say this, I'm a teacher, do marketing for yoga teachers too, but yoga is not always clean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it really just helps us to feel things and feel more grounded, feel stronger, also feel more relaxed, find more clarity in the mind, not let the mind run everything. Because in our culture, and I feel like today's day and age, it can be so easy to let the mind just run everything. And yoga just helps us tap into a different space and drop into something else. And it's very practical and grounded in your physical body, but it's something much more than that. So it's helped me break through on both those kinds of levels, the physical level, and then it's also helped me just flip around my entire life. I was doing marketing in the tech industry, and I actually did it in the wine industry for a minute too, and had a lot of fun. It was really engaging and exciting, but I kept getting sick. I kept being overworked, and I know that's partially my personality, to be honest, but yoga helped me to just not amp up the intensity and to drop into a more balanced state, not always in the fight or flight mind. And once I started doing that, everything started shifting in my life. And I just knew that I had to become a teacher someday. And about, 6 years ago or so now, right as I was in the middle of my divorce, I decided to go to Greece for a month, do teacher training, change my entire life. Came back and I was like, how do I fit more of this into my life? And I didn't know how it would shake out, but I just started teaching a little bit here and there and started, getting that going, and which was really exciting, and started doing little bits of marketing here and there for yoga teachers on the side while I had a full-time job. And several years later, found a job in the yoga business for a big yoga studio group and started working for them full time and teaching a little bit still. And then a few years ago, I pulled the plug and actually started working for myself. And basically I teach part-time and I do marketing part-time for yoga teachers. So that's the 1,000-foot overview of my journey and why yoga. And I cannot imagine what life would be like without yoga. Not to be so dramatic about it, but it really has kind of saved me on so many levels.
I mean, I that story is very unique to you, but I think, you know, a lot of that underlining statement that you just said, like yoga actually, listen, guys, it's been around for a while for a reason, and it works. And although kind of like along the lines of what you were saying, like sometimes it's physical and sometimes it's mental and sometimes it's spiritual and sometimes it's energetic, like it shifts and it dances. But the cool thing is it's always there for us. Oh,
Yeah,
like no matter what, that shit is always there for you.
right. You could not practice for years and it would still be there.
Yeah.
Always under the surface.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I feel like once it's in your body too, it's in your body.
Absolutely. And I do believe, one of my teachers years ago said basically that this yoga is inside of us. It's always been here.
Hmm.
There's lots of different sort of texts that pinpoint when stuff was written down for yoga,
Sure.
but she believes that it's been within us the whole time.
That's
So,
cool. I see that. Yeah, I feel that for sure. That's cool. I like that. Who was that, if you don't mind me asking?
yeah, Shiva Ray. So she's a pretty popular yoga
Oh,
teacher out there
nice.
in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She is pretty popular out there in the yoga world. She's fun.
she is. She's kind of crazy, but wild. I love her. She's great. Try to get her to, stay in one place for a minute is a challenge, but that's okay. Whenever she's floating on by, take a class with
Yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah. I've taken one class from her. Actually, this was years ago, and it was an experience. That's for sure. I was like,
Definitely.
"What is going on?"
That's the thing about yoga is it's always so different depending upon who's teaching, who's in the room. It's never boring. And if
Ever.
you're bored with it, dig in a little deeper. Like, what's that about?
It's so true. So
Indeed.
so I met you 3 years ago.
3 years ago, I think that's about right. Yeah.
It feels like 30. It feels like a long time in a good way, like in an easy
Yes.
way, actually. But you were doing marketing, like you said, for a big yoga company.
Yep.
And then you branched off and did your own thing. And so now I mean, obviously I know you're doing your own thing because I get to work with you. I get the privilege of to work with you. And so the again, I would not be able to function the way that I function. I say this well and often, Crystal, just so you know, like not just because we're on the show, but ask the people around me when they're like, "Oh, who's this? Who's like, who helps you out with this?" I'm like, "Well, she's basically my right hand, and you can't have her."
Oh my
She's
God.
awesome. She's the best, and I don't want to tell you anything more. That's
I'm gonna put that on my website.
no, but I openly go around telling people about how awesome it is to work with you and how it makes my life way easier and just well. In addition to that, I mean, I think you're really awesome and you're really cool, and we've got a good rapport and friendship going on. But it's just you get the overall vision, and I feel like you have this strange superpower of like looking into like, oh, this is what you need. Like you kind of get like a whiff, and then you can pull the recipe or the ingredients from that whiff, from that smell. You're like, oh yeah, this is this. I got it. Like, so
Right, right. I get a little flavor and then I can create the dish with the flavor,
yeah,
co-create the
yeah,
dish with you. Yes.
totally. So let's talk about more of like what you do. What do we call you?
Yes. Well, I do marketing on the practical side. That's a really good because I feel like it doesn't encompass everything. What I really love to do and the way that I've been describing what I do is I basically
Oh, I
try
have
to
a name for
help.
you too. After you're done, I have a name for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
You come up
just
with
came to me.
something. Download from the universe.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do when I work with people is basically pull out their greatest self. It sounds a little bit cheesy, but what I'm trying to do is not like unlock, but try to find the thread, the why you're teaching, the why you have this yoga studio, the why, whatever it is. Get that thread and then see how it's actually missing or where it's not visible in the way that you're showing yourself to the world,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we were meeting, I would say, okay, I got this guy. Here's his vibe. This is the way that he is. This is the way that he shows himself as a teacher. Is that showing up to people when he's sending out emails or not sending emails? Is that showing up in the way that he posts on social media or not? So it's basically, it's almost like making just all of the lights on. That's
Mm,
what I do.
okay.
Turning the lights back on. Because so often I feel like we sabotage ourselves as yoga teachers, as anyone in business. We often tend to think we're not good enough or that we don't have the skill set or there's some reason, and it can be a whole host of reasons, maybe fear, that you don't basically like illuminate various things about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
or you think that you don't know how to do that. And maybe you don't. Maybe you need a little bit of knowledge and just a little bit of coaching around it. But I just try to help show the world who you are in a way that's real and authentic. I feel like that's what marketing is to me, and that's what I'm hoping to bring back into the yoga world, is a little bit more of that light shining in a way that's not always in the ego,
Mm-hmm.
that shows off all facets of you as a teacher and you as a brand and all of that.
I like that. That's a really, I mean, that is a really good way to sum it up. I would call you a storyteller.
Yeah, it's true.
It's,
I actually had that in my bio at one point, but go on.
did you really?
Did. Well, I don't know why I took it out. Maybe I should put it back in.
I don't know. I feel like it's a good one. Like you're able to pull uh, people's thoughts and again, their flavor and then help them tell their story in multiple, I think that's what marketing is telling a story. And I think you do
Exactly.
it in that, I mean, God, all the words that we're using today, authentic self.
I know,
We're
right?
hippies. We're major
It's a
hippies.
little. I wish there were better words because I don't mean to be ridiculous and use marketing speak,
But
but
we are.
it's hard sometimes. Limitless potential. That sounds like such a BS corporate term.
No, but that's good though.
Yes.
Any, anyway, you help people get their real story, like that nitty gritty, down and dirty, who they are, that shit. Just put it all out there in a really good way.
Yes, in a way that's sustainable. That's my thing too, is so often we do marketing and little blips here and there, and then we completely ignore it, and then we blip again, and then we completely ignore it. And I think that's one thing we did together was try to really build momentum in a
Hmm.
way that was maybe slow at first, but built into something over time, and to actually have goals that are real and aligned with the what you want as a teacher and what you're bringing to your students is very important.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. If I didn't say this earlier, she's not available. So sorry, guys.
Well, actually, part of one thing that I wanted to bring up too is I'm actually getting ready to, and I don't mean to jump the gun by talking about it. I'm getting ready to launch a course soon, and it's basically going to help teachers who maybe can't work with me one on one, or they just want to do something on their own and beef up their own marketing, or maybe they're just getting started, or maybe they've been doing it a while and they want a little refresher course. It's going to be almost a marketing immersion, what I would do with clients at the beginning of working with them,
Hmm.
and really like a 10-day thing to help them find a little bit more strength and authenticity in their marketing and actually have some tangible things that they can take away, like a mini plan and next steps. So it's sort of like the crystal light, not to sound like a soft drink, but marketing for
Okay,
yoga
okay,
teachers.
marketing person with crystal light.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
That's cool. I mean, I would take that course even though I do get to work with you, but just because sometimes you hear things again and you get to pick up small little different things again. It's like
Exactly. Yeah.
when you rewatch a movie a few times.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always more. There's always more to be found.
So what is your like okay, so you get to do all this lovely marketing stuff. We're calling you a storyteller just because. Um in addition to working like with your clients or whatever, like what other big picture stuff do you get to do? Like what about why is this so like you like why do you love this so much?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I mean, I feel like on a very practical level, I was saying I split my time, so I teach quite a bit of classes too. And I feel like that allows me to engage my creativity and actually put this work into action with students on the mat and help them heal and go through some of the work that I went through. Not that their path is going to be the same as mine, but help people find healing through physical practice,
Sure.
and that helps me engage that sort of creative brain. And then I feel like the marketing is creative, don't get me wrong, but it is a little bit more, I actually have to be on a computer, and it's a lot of energy and focus and sort of planning and that sort of brain power. So it helps me divide up that. So on a practical level, I love splitting up my energy in that way. Some people wouldn't like that, but it really works for me. And that also kind of helps me stay more grounded for my clients and for my students. And but long-term vision, you know what? I want to just help as many people as I can
Hmm.
to tell their story. And that's also why I'm launching this online thing. I get people who reach out to me and maybe they can't afford to work with me one-on-one, or maybe they just want to do a little bit here and there. I want to really launch something that more people, no matter where they are, can do. And, long-term vision, I love teaching marketing, and I've been starting to teach a little bit of marketing, and I'm going to teach a little bit of marketing for your upcoming teacher training, which I'm
Yep.
really excited about.
Yep. That's right.
So, I want to do, yeah, a little bit more of that as well and give people the tools, put the tools into their hands to learn more about this. I've done a few workshops around marketing, and yeah, really kind of exciting stuff. And we'll see, for now, I'm just really trying to grow this. Not many people are doing this, and more people need to be.
Yeah, I've decided if I ever stopped teaching yoga, which it's not going to happen. No one get scared. But if I did, I would probably do some sort of like marketing slash yoga teacher management thing.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's great working with people and trying to figure out too, like what their goals are with life
Yeah.
and how to really make their goals a reality. That's the other thing I do feel like I love doing is just helping people take something that they feel like is inaccessible to them
Hmm.
and is maybe out there and make it practical step by step and break it down so it's actually really attainable.
What's your least favorite part, and then your favorite part about the job?
Least favorite part, I really do not like building huge marketing plans that are like 12 months long. Even though I think I'm pretty damn good at it, actually, when I do it, it just so much energy. I'm like dead at the end of it. I can't do anything. I need Shavasana for like 40 minutes.
Okay.
So that would be my least favorite thing. And then, yeah, and sorry, what was the other question?
And then your favorite part about it.
Just getting to allow people to do what they think they couldn't do before, or maybe grow in a way that they thought was really far down the road and bring it a little bit closer to them, maybe a little bit quicker than they imagined.
Hmm.
So, not to bring magic into it, but really to kind of make people's dreams come true.
Yeah. Hippie.
I know. I can't help it. My name is Crystal. I blame my parents.
They set you up for this.
Exactly.
So you now are working. I mean, okay, so you work with people one on one, obviously, and then you have this cool training program that you're going to do. And then you're also available for like teacher trainings and to do like studio workshops as well. Like if a studio wanted you to come in to teach their teachers how to do like a crash course weekend or whatever, you do that as well.
Exactly. When I was working at the big yoga studio group, Yoga Tree here in San Francisco, I would train teachers on how to do marketing. I think that we would have mani-pedi sessions, and we would talk about marketing in various ways.
Oh yeah.
And then I would actually do like little bits here and there at the teacher meetings, and I would send out marketing tips, and I even have like a little marketing tips newsletter that you can sign up for free on my website. But yeah, I love giving teachers the tools to do this stuff themselves as well. And part of that is my mission, and I believe my work in this world for right now.
And then you teach how many classes a week?
I normally teach around 8 or 9 classes a week
Oh, wow.
publicly. Yeah, I actually teach at Yoga Tree Stanyon here in San Francisco, as well as Yoga Tree 6th Ave and Satori Yoga downtown, and then Sun Porch Yoga, which is in Glen Park, really cute little neighborhood. And I have some private clients. So, yeah, my life I feel like it's a good balance between both.
You have a lot on your. I thought I have a lot on my plate.
I hide it well. It's the Libra.
Uh,
I'm a Libra trying to balance always.
Me, I'm just busy.
You're like just a fireball.
Yeah, that's why I'm a Leo. I'm ruled by the sun,
I know.
so I'm just go 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 go.
Yes, indeed.
Sleeping's for Shavasana.
Sleeping for Shavasana. This is why I also teach restorative yoga. So I teach the chill out kind of yoga and hatha yoga to help people kind of chill out because I am an overachiever, a recovering overachiever, attempting to find a little bit more relaxation in my life.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put all your because I have a lot of yoga teachers that listen to the show and even those that are maybe aspiring to be yoga teachers, it's good to and even if you're not doing yoga and you're in the wellness industry, listen, guys, marketing's hard, so you need someone to help you. God knows I do.
It's true.
I'm gonna leave your social links and your website and all your other fun stuff down in the comments or in the notes below. All right, so here's a new thing that I started to do on the last show, and the last show is actually coming out this week. So, what? Okay, you're in an elevator full of people. You're getting off in 10 seconds. You have one thing to say to them. What do you say?
I love you. Is that too cheesy?
Like the doors open, you turn around, you look at these 10 people, and you look at these people rather in your 10 seconds, and you just say, "I love you."
Wait, so are we dying or am I just no?
Nope. You're just in an
See,
elevator.
this is how messed up I am. I'm like, we're dying, so I need to tell them that I love them. Okay, so I'm just getting out of the elevator.
You're getting out of an elevator. You have 10 seconds to say something to these people. The doors open. You turn around. 10 seconds are there. You say,
Oh, that's so hard.
and they say, "What's so hard?"
Stop being so afraid.
Okay, I'll take that. There's no right or wrong answer to this, but
It's so hard. My God.
it's a good one, huh?
Stop watching Fox News. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Not to get political. Okay.
All right, this is, well, I guess until the next Yogi Misfit session, this is Crystal and Danny saying peace out.
Peace out.